everyone, it's Angie and I'm coming today to do a DT share for Tracy Fox, and this is using her new kit, her Creep on June kit, her ledger pages and her ephemera, and then I also threw in her archive kit from 2025. I do have a DT project that I will be releasing soon using the archive 2025, but that is just in here, so I'd want to mention in case anybody asks. But her main kit that I'm using for this project is her ledger pages and her ephemera from her Creep on June 2025 kit that is going on right now. There is also a collaboration. I was day number 8. So if you enjoyed day number 8, let me know. This is kind of, I wanted to use more of her papers with this kit because it's such a huge kit and it's super amazing. There's 3 kits, get them all because honestly, guys, it's amazing. It's probably my favorite Creep on June so far. She does an amazing job and she always knocks it out of the park. But I really, really enjoyed working with this kit. Day number 8 was a lot of fun. But with that said, this is what I also made for this creepy month. This is Edgar Allan Poe's secret photo box of his creatures. I thought this was really cool. This is from her game piece. And so that has a piece of acrylic or plexiglass over that. And I just enlarged it to fit this box that I created. And then it moves. So that's really cool. So it's kind of like the secret box of his photographs of these creatures that he's been studying. And so you have to get through it through this little secret code. And then on the back of that, you have to get through it with a key as well. For the key to open, you have to do the code. So this is the box, it's the bottom here. And I found these I went to a week-long retreat and it was so much fun. And we went to an antique shop. One day we go to an antique shop and these are all bingo balls. And I thought they would just made the perfect feet. Anyways, so this is the top of it. I made a kind of my version of a little skinny raven there. I wanted to use her raven, but I was thinking too much about it and trying to how to make it 3D. So I just went ahead and made my own kind of bird up here. He's perched up there, just checking things out. Sorry about that. I lost my phone recording there. Anyways, so we talked about where I was at was I was talking about the raven, how he's perched up here, and then I had flipped it around. And then I was going to mention this little tiny heart. She has this picture that has like wings or a beating heart. Well, I just made mine in a little tiny jar. You could print that out and fold it on some transparency and then put it in a little jar. I patinaed the lid of the jar. Let me bring this around. And this is a little bone in there with some hair. It's like some wolf hair, I'm calling it. You can see that up there. A little bit there. And then I did some of my rescue wire and I spooled it kind of like a little nest right there just to give more texture. And so that's real moss from my mountains with a little pine tree stick there that he's perched on. And then that's a really rusty knob. I was going to wrap this around on the closure with this knob, but I left it there. But then my closure morphed into something different, and yeah, but I still think it looks cool up there. It's like a rusty, I don't know what it is, some kind of rusty knob. Anyways, that's the raven in the box. Now we'll get into the box. So this is really cool. So this kind of fans out. And this is not my idea. I saw it a long time ago on a short, so I couldn't find it again. I was trying to put in, it's from a woman. I don't know if she's from Japan or whatnot, but she does a lot of origami stuff. And I was trying to put that video in there, but basically you just build the sides, the top, and the front and back and the bottom. So you'll hinge these two together. You'll have 2 long pieces, you'll hinge it together, and then you'll glue the sides on as well as the top. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It was really easy, but I just really loved it. I kind of put my own spin on it. Anyways, so this is what it does. Isn't that cool, you guys? I'm sure there's more versions of this, but this is his album of his photographs of his monsters. I think it looks so cool. This just came to me when I was seeing all her photographs. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to do that and figure it out. So this is what it looks like opened from the front and then open from the back. Here's from the sides. I think it's just so cool. And I stained all my pages, and then I try to remember how to fold them in. You could, I don't know, I can't remember if they were using little bags, but I thought you could use little little glassine bags or little paper bags for the pages. You could size this to whatever kind of little bags that you need to use. I just went ahead and folded all the pages, and I stained them before I put them in here, so they're really cool to look at. I don't know, I just think it looks so cool. So anyways, what my idea was this is a secret album of all his little monsters that he's been studying, and this is this kit is the Archive 2025. So these are the maps of where he's been studying and locating these monsters, and I just stained the edges to make it look old, and then I used some of her archival paper that she has in that kit. I used several pieces. These are just, you know, whatever you want to, maybe hit their numbers of their pictures or photographs and some notes. So basically I just kind of used that as reference, as maybe notes that he's using. And then what I did is in these little pockets, every pocket has a picture, identification picture. And it was so funny. I just saw Carrie, his name is Carrie, just do like little identification cards. And that was kind of my little fun idea, but a little bit different, obviously. So it was fun when I watched his video this morning to see kind of a different rift. That's really cool, Carrie. I really enjoyed your video. Anyways, so mine are like photographs, and then this is just some verbiage that's supposed to be written about this person, some notes, but you could go totally all out on this. I already kind of went all out on the projects. You could put the numbers on another piece of paper and stack that up, or in a piece of faux metal, like I do some faux tags. Could totally do that. And I also have wax, because I think wax looks so cool. I do this a lot. I use wax a lot as just another layer. Instead of trying to do all my plexiglass, I wanted this to stay light, and I wanted to be able to fold up. So I had to come up with an idea where I wasn't going to use too many layers. We'll look at a couple more. Here's the werewolf. I printed them all out and then cut them out and then just put wax on them. I'll just take a few more out, and we'll go to the other side and look at those photographs as well. I'm not going to pull them all out. The mummy. I think the wax, after you buff it, you don't have to. You can leave it as it is. And then this is the photograph of the storm. These are the negatives. I'm calling them the negatives of the storm. Sorry for the glare. Sorry, guys. The storm there. Oops. These do fit in here. Okay. And we'll flip it to the other side and just look quickly at a couple more photographs. They're all the same. And this is some guy just walking by the moon that he photographed. I keep getting all the werewolves for some reason. That's funny. There's a lot of and mummies. Let's see. I love this lady. She's one of my favorites. This is kind of one I wanted to pull out. Anyways, I just do a brush down of the encaustic wax, and then after it's dry, I buff it up. And that is it, you guys. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is some old film that I just folded up and stapled and then hot glued down. And then you just close it up however you feel like you want to close it up. I gotta push those back down there. For now, we'll just close it up like this. You just tie it up. Anyways, we'll just leave it like this. You can see that part too. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this project. Thank you so much, Tracy, for having me on your DT. It's been such a pleasure. I love all your kits. If you are not participating on Creep on June, please do. Go grab the kits, and you still have time to participate. It's an amazing kit, you guys. There's 3 parts to it, so I will leave all the links below. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I'll try to help you the best the best that I can. And I hope everybody's having a wonderful Creep on June. And we'll talk to you again soon. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I do have a couple more tutorials that'll be coming out in the next couple of months that I've already pre-recorded. They're just simple projects. I owe you guys the butterfly one, and then the ledger, the archive ledger, or the archive pages. That's another tutorial, or not a tutorial, to flip through. And then another little tiny tutorial. Anyway, so three more videos coming out soon. All right, with that said, we'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye.